Hello. Today we'll be playing Soulcreek. We're at the lodge. We're about to see Javonia. Alex, good. You're here. Thanks for coming. Have a seat. I plant myself behind one of the tables, tapping my fingers nervously on it. Do you need anything? Food, water? Javonia sits opposite me, lounging back and staring with interest. She's being awfully nice. I'm fine, thanks. I already had breakfast. Good. I wanted to thank you for what you did last night. You helped save those children's lives. Things could have played out very differently if you hadn't been there. I leaned forward immediately, racked with concern. How are they? Devonia grumbles with unease. The girls are deeply unsettled, but that's to be expected. They didn't see anything, but it's clearly still having an impact. They didn't see anything, but it's clearly still having an effect. A few weeks of nightmares might be unavoidable, but I don't see any permanent harm. And Milo? She gestures to a spot behind me. See for yourself. I whirl around and, to my surprise, see young Milo sitting alone at a table nearby. The boy is absorbed in building something with pieces of scrap metal. He seems fine. I'm glad to see he's okay, but it's not what I expected. Has he said anything? He's still a little shaken, but not like the other children. For the most part, he's just his usual quirky self. I frown. Are you sure he's okay? The demon targeted him. He was right in the thick of it. That's one of the reasons I called you here. He's a tough one, for sure. Very spirited, but he's still only a child. Will you speak to him? Me? He doesn't know me. He's starting to. What about his mother? The whole clan is responsible for our youngsters, including you. I cringe with unease. Does that mean like I have to feed him and stuff? Milo has a run-in with a demon and seems unaffected. It's unusual. I want a Blackwater's opinion. Just check in with him. You saved him. He does know you. To be honest, even without the clan's obligation, I feel invested in this lad's well-being after last night. Sure, I'll be quick. I rise to my feet, sliding my chair back and leaving Javonia at the table. Milo is sitting with his back to me, engrossed in his scrap metal project. As I get closer, I peer over his shoulder to see what he's making. He's using a rock to bend a metal pipe into a lightsaber. A slingshot, perhaps, though it looks a bit too intricate for that. And Milo. The boy looks over his shoulder to me. Oh, you're Alex, hey. Yeah, that's right. With a friendly smile, I sit opposite him. He's wearing a hoodie like mine, heavily fastened after the Zephyr. How are you doing? He hums. I'm trying to estimate his age, but it's tough given that he isn't human. I raise it about 10. Sure. Chief is making me work the fields all week. I was out there all morning. If I had to listen to any more cows screaming at me, I'm gonna lose it. I can tell him laugh. Is this your punishment? Being knee deep in pig shit? Yeah, it sucks. Hey, can you get me out of it? If it teaches you not to go zone baiting again, I'm all for the pig shit. Oh, don't worry, I'm never going zone baiting again. It was so stupid. I only did it 'cause the other kids stared at me. Come on, Milo. I bet you're smarter than that. Milo groans and flails dramatically. Maria called me a coward. I'm not taking that from her. Her face looks like a duck's asshole. She really hates me too, all because I once dropped the spire down the back of her shirt and laughed about it. Why did you do that? 'Cause it was really funny, and she deserved it. She's a bully. Everyone thinks so. He picks up a piece of his scrap metal creation. I still can't quite figure out what it is. No more zone baiting, I promise. I'll just stick to stuff I'm actually good at. Like making stuff? What are you making right now? Nope, it's a new creation. You gotta wait till it's done, like everyone else. Ah, an inventor. Fair enough. What else are you good at then? I like knocking on Burrow's door and running away. Does that count? Yeah, I'm starting to like this little punk. Heh, not really. Yeah, well, he's a fat prick. He once threw his suit at my friend's head. Why did he do that? Because he's a fat prick. A 4 more arms and smirk. You must just be putting on a boy's face, right? Hey Mallow, do you remember anything from last night? He puffs his cheeks out and blows a raspberry, lips pouting. I remember hearing stuff and seeing you talking to me. I knew it was standing behind me. I remember the smell too. What was that? I shake my head. I don't know if it was my first time seeing one too. Well, I'm not scared of them. It's okay, Milo. You don't have to act all tough with me. You seemed pretty scared last night. Duh, there was a demon behind me. There isn't a demon behind me right now. There is there. I pretend to look past him, face scrunched up in scrutiny. Nah, it's just a chief. She's much scarier. Milo snickers. It was scary at the time. I thought I was gonna die. I always knew demons were real. Most people don't think so. Well, they're wrong, aren't they? They should stop pretending. Huh? I don't think he's putting on a facade. He really is fine. Just as I'm pondering how he isn't even slightly traumatized, his green eyes widen, their fits on a point just below my face. Bullet. What? There. He's looking at my amulet, the bullet saying, Logan made for me. Yeah, that's right. I found neither Mia nor Burrow knew what a bullet was. I pinched it between my fingers, lifting it up so he can see. Did Logan teach you about these in school? Nope. I just remember it. From where? I'm not sure, I just do. Ah, now I get why he's so calm. I better tell Logan about this. Hey, listen, I need to get back to the chief. If you ever need anything, let me or Logan know, okay? I will, thanks, Alex. Give him a final smile while he's back up to my feet. Javonia watches me return. Her face lights up expectantly as I rejoin her at the table. Well, he's going to be fine. She squints at me. It's black one and stuff. I'll talk to Logan about him. All right. In that case, on to the real reason I summoned you here. I had a hunch that wasn't it. I want an explanation. He stares at me intensely. I have nothing to hide, but at once I feel like I'm on trial. For what? Demons have never come this close to the borders before. Why were the black zones wild up? It happened all over Alea. Yeah, they were disturbed, but wait, all over Alea? She nods soberly. Messages are coming in. Everything seems back to normal now. But to Akai's black one just appeared in the frenzy. He isn't happy. I wince, my stomach churning guiltily. Whatever we found in the rhinestone dish is bigger than I thought. What can you tell me? What do you see in the black zone? I shouldn't tell you that stuff, should I? It's black one of business. It's Draconi business. So what did you see? Can you tell me anything about the demon that tried to take Milo? You really want to know about the black zones? I do. And I'm chieftain of the Draconi. Tell me what happened. As she waves her authority at me, I'm certain she knows how dangerous this line of inquiry is. You're the one who first told me ignorance is bliss. She irritably waves her paw and dismisses my objection. Never mind all that with me. This is more important. Tell me what happened. I know I can't discuss this stuff with her for her own protection, but refusing her is a daunting prospect. Hey, I'm not sure I should. I'm not so weak-minded peasant, Alex. Answer my question. When she stares at me, my heart almost leaps my chest. Devonia pinches her brow, drawing herself back to composure. Sorry, sorry. I was hoping you have more for me. She sounds more emotional. I've never heard her lose her cool like that. I understand this knowledge is dangerous, but my interest is personal. I have a grudge against the Black Zones. What happened? My sister, Elira, many years ago, she became informed. She died. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Elira was so passionate. She believed the clans would never progress unless we learned to face the Black Zones. She knew that the longer we stagnated, the more we would dwindle. She knew the West and she took them. She dove into the Black Zones in search of knowledge. So whatever she found cost her everything. There's a pause. Even with all her dignified composure, I can tell this is heavily weighing her down. I won't allow her effort to be wasted. I want to know what's out there, Alex, for her and everyone. Generations of cowering, it has to end, Alex. She knew that. When I first saw you, I live in Zephyr. I knew it was too risky to keep you alive. However, I thought you might be a key to something, some insight. That's why you didn't execute me right away. I'm sorry for the manipulation. I'm quiet for a moment, mulling over my thoughts. I get it. Do you? I stare at her. Yesterday in the Black Zones week, I started wary of how much I should say. Tell me, it's all still there, the Zephyr ruins. I saw it all. I'm the last human. I don't even know what I've lost, or that clans don't even remember what humans look like. I just feel alone. It scares me that something wanted us, not just dead. Our ball is deleted from everything. If I don't find out what happened, they win, don't they? Or I lose. I don't know what's worse. I falter. I'm only now realizing how much this means to me. Logan and I found something out there yesterday. It's dangerous, but I have to follow it up. I have to. There's a short pause. Then she nods in understanding. Seeing that must have been saddening for you. I look away, feeling my jaw tense. I fumble with the music box in my pocket. Nope, not sad, angry. I hear it. He smiles resolutely at me. I want justice for your people in Illyria, and I will find it. I will beat these demons. Even Logan didn't understand my outrage, but she does. Chief, if I start telling you these things, I'm sending you down the same path as Illyria. Maybe there's a way, but this isn't it. The madness of the Black Zones is real. That knowledge really does have a price. He sighs. All right, Alex, I won't push you for information, but in return, promise me something. What? Whatever reason you're here, whatever purpose you have, fulfill it. I grin. Dear for Illyria, and for every lost human. I'm sorry about your sister. She throws off my sympathy, scrambling her chair back and rising to her feet. If she were here, she'd smack me for all this weeping. She was fierce like you couldn't imagine. On to other things, Alex. There are doges tonight. I want you there. You're a part of our clan now. I grimace. Ah, yeah, so the truth can see how dumb and tiny I am? She snorts dismissively. Don't demean yourself. You come incredibly far in only a few short days. Logan was right about you. This is your path. I don't understand why it's so important that Logan and I are there. He doesn't want to go. The mating troops travel in and out of Alea. They are a source of trade. Word about you will spread through them. I like the word to be that you're one of us, and that's it. She says it firmly, and I feel oddly warmed by her assurance. So you really think I'm a Draconi now? You've always been a Draconi. You were just lost. Now you found your way home. It's a nice sentiment, crossing entire centuries just to find my place. And I'm still a human, a Zephyr. I don't suppose you've Seen Logan today? Haven't you? I sip my hand and she quickly picks up on my worry. He'll be here soon, no doubt. I suggest you visit the tailors and perhaps use the water makers your outfit could do with a wash. He has a point. My clothes are still covered in dust and grime from the black, so I doubt it's a good look. And I'll sooner bypass have better noses than I do. Yeah, alright. Where are they? Past the square, then head towards the farms. You can't miss them. Ask the tailors to find something your size. Great, thanks. And I'll see you again at dusk for the indulgence. I grimace. After the orgy, good times. She shakes her head, chuckling. What's there to be embarrassed about? I don't have the energy to answer. I just shake my head and get to my feet. It's just a human thing, okay? I'll see you later, Chief. Alex. My father and I head back outside and quickly find the water makers. A network of crude pipes and ramshackle water tanks wrap around the wooden building. Steam cleats out from within, floating blissfully upwards in the air. It blows my mind that the Autobots can still enable level of technological engineering is remarkable, bizarre, and completely unnerving. Next to the cells of the tailors, an upper-walled hut with countless hanging baskets within, each full to bursting with a random assortment of garments. Seems like clothes are all communal. They just grab outfits at random, like my hoodie. Most pieces are fastened at the Zephyr clothes. I still don't understand why they do that. There aren't many tribeswomen here. A few are working with the tailors, and a couple exit the showers as I approach. I stop by the tailors first. The woman I speak to, a fox, is very polite despite her unease. She helps me pick out a more casual outfit for after I shower. Thanks. Is there anywhere I could wash my current get up? We'll take them. Just come back later and I'll have everything freshened up for you. I smile, warmed by her generosity. That's great, thanks. They really need it. I've been in the black zone getting covered in dirt. I only meant it as a casual, light-hearted comment. As I see her reaction, I realize how stupid I've been. She pulls her hands away from me, her eyes wide with fear. I think we've actually got a lot of clothes to wash today. Why don't you clean them in the hot springs? I hear that's what Logan does. I'm slightly put out by her change of heart, but forced and sympathetic smile. I know it's nothing personal. Right, yeah, I'll do that. Thanks for the new clothes anyway. Damn, on top of being human, we get treated like we got the plague for being a tainted black one or two. Oh, right, no bites. I head to the showers. The showers are split off into 6 larger rooms, and pick one of the empty rooms, preferring to avoid exposing my furthest human ass to anyone. Placing my new clothes by the door, I swift down. The cold air freezes my bare skin, but I'm used to the chill at this point. There are several sweet-smelling leather bottles piled up in a corner. I assume they must be shampoos, so I take one of the bottles. Inspecting the shower faucets, I find that they're just simple sawn-off pipes. A makeshift pneumatic switch is attached halfway down each one. I turn the nearest one. It sputters and shakes, then begins to spit a crude stream at me. It's pretty hot. Soon the room is fogged up with steam. After a moment just enjoying the water, I pour a dollop of the viscous shampoo-like substance onto my hand, douse my hair with it. It bubbles up quickly, and I begin lathering myself up. It's minty, nice. This isn't so bad. I unwrap the bandage on my hand. The cut beneath is pretty minor, so I doubt it needs more treatment. It's very more quiet when I'm completely alone. Normally, this is where Bite and I would take verbal jabs at each other. Weighed down by fatigue and overwhelmed by mental solitude, my mind gropes for happy distractions. It arrives at Logan in the upcoming indulgence. And I much prefer to be souring with him, but I don't know how our coaches would class if we did something more. Given how alone I've been feeling today, could that be why I'm craving his company so much? Hell, could that be why I developed such a swift attachment to him in the first place? The only time people get together here is at the indulgence, with no room for closed-off relationships, just one communal fuck, and that's it. It's a far cry from the Zephyr way. It's not like I'm in love with him. I barely know him. It's only been a few days. Yet there's something about how blunt and unrefined he is that's incredibly enticing to me. I saw a hint of it yesterday, raw, bestial desire that at risk he just let loose on me. I picture him here with me as I lather his thick pelt with soap and ned my hands into his sculpted chest. My waist buzzes pleasantly from the neglect. It may only be a physical attraction I have, but I do admire him, and I like his company. He's a good hound. Suddenly I hear footsteps. Someone's here. Gah! Morning, Alex. Hawaiian drops a small basket by the doorway and heads over to the opposite side of the room. I swiftly turn around. I hear him twist a sour pump and stand beneath the stream of water. Hey, are you alright? Fine. I'm trying to hide how timid I feel. He has no qualms having everything out in front of me. The tiger just shakes his head with amusement at my coyness. Oh, were you using the shampoo? It's for thicker pelts, like Logan's. Probably not good for your bare skin here. He's holding out a small aromatic bar of soap to me. I force myself to turn to face him. Trying really hard to keep my eyes on his face, I take it with burning cheeks. Thanks. The white ass is from a kappa tree, quite rare. He casually dips his head beneath the stream of water as he turns the tap. The water is great. This is why I love visiting the Draconian. Hawaiian takes another bar of soap from his pile and begins scrubbing his fur down. I find myself gazing at his body, his bulky chest and firm shoulders flexed as he rinses his fur. Unable to stop my horny curiosity, my gaze falls lower. Hawaiian takes a powerful soap and smears it all around his junk. Everything jiggles tantalizingly. You humans don't have seats. My eyes away, blushing. Ugh. Of course he saw me looking. Nope. First time seeing one then. Kinda. I can sour later if you prefer to be alone. No, it's fine. Just get a little embarrassed. Is that a human thing? Apparently so. Alright, I promise I'll keep my eyes on your face. I'm half tempted to just keep looking at his teeth. He doesn't seem to mind, and I kind of like to know how they actually work. Yeah, maybe Logan can tell me. By the way, I hear you're the one who saved my son. I spin back around frowning. Marlo is your son? I shouldn't be so surprised. I even remember thinking Hawaiian looked familiar when I first saw him. One of them. I think I have two at this village, or three. It's hard to remember who is where. How many children do you have? Really, Alex, I have no idea. 100 or more, I say. My jaw drops. That's insane. Is it one of my troop boys? Tomley, he's working up to 300, but he's proficient, prefers to spread his seed around quickly. The sheer volume of his offspring isn't what shocks me. Your kids are just numbers to you? He swears, perplexed by my question. It's a great honor to be part of a mating troop, but we're not fathers. We sell the indulgence and then we leave. He flicks his tail free of water droplets. The indulgence is a sad necessity. Many seem to have forgotten why it exists in the first place. Yes, it's a spiritual and sacred event to celebrate, but it came about because of survival. I feel we've grown numb to the looming threat of extinction. That's pretty bleak. How do you join the mating trip anyway? Most men volunteer when they're old enough. Compared with what most clans go through, is a great life, traveling the world and being treated with respect. We have to rely on black runners to help us navigate around the black zones. So for many, it's the only way to leave the land you're born in safely and see the world. This Adozis thing really is a cultural keystone, and Dravonia is really okay with guys getting it on. He laughed, shrugging his shoulders nonchalantly. You're talking about Logan and I. I'm allowed my own indulgences. He has a good heart. I care about him a great deal. Before I can ask a follow-up question, he grins at me. Has he tried to fuck you yet? What? I said, has he fucked you yet? I assume he's waiting for indulgence, given how he acted yesterday. Oh, come on, I'm his acolyte. He's not waiting for anything. Is that a joke? You're his only other compatible match. You're a cute little thing with a gorgeous ass. Of course he wants you. My face turned scarlet. Geez, I thought Logan was blunt. Hawaiian is really something. Thanks, I guess. Will you indulge with him? I don't know how comfortable I am talking about this, let alone while I'm butt-ass nude. I grumble, letting the remaining soap wash from my skin and turning the shower tap off. I don't really get how you guys do things here. I sense him looking curiously at me as I step away to collect my new clothes. I grab a towel and start quickly drying myself. What don't you get? I'm not even sure where to begin. Local sort of suggests you guys only have sex at the indulgence. Is that true? Not exactly. Opportunities to mate come up outside of the event. It's just considered greedy and disrespectful. So, I can fuck outside of the indulgence, but it makes me a slut? The indulgence is a joining of many souls and for a greater purpose beyond pleasure. It's a reminder that despite all we're up against, we're still creatures of the wild with a natural hunger. Many believe going against that is impertinent to our cause. Surely any breeding is good breeding. Hawaiian laughed. Oh, Alex, I agree. We need to populate. I have no idea how things got this way. I don't think anyone remembers. Dravonia certainly isn't too fussed about when mating occurs. As he speaks, I make a sudden realization grown in understanding. That's why Logan has been so uncomfortable with his flirting. He doesn't want me to think he's some kind of lecher. He's been flirting already, huh? He must want you a great deal. Maybe. I just didn't think he cared much about the indulgence. He wouldn't start complaining about it. He only complains when I'm not here. He only complains when I'm not there. I've seen him get into the spirit more than most. So, will you partake with him? I wince. I don't think it's a good idea. Him and I are. It's different for us, isn't it? We're black ones and yeah. I don't think the whole orgy thing is for me. The tiger mumbles something pensively. Wait for me outside. We'll talk. Hell, I bet he knows looking far better than I do. Yeah, sure. Conscious of him potentially looking at my butt as I step out, I quickly tuck the loose leggings on and head back outside. Whilst I'm waiting outside the showers, I see something that surprises me hanging outside the tailor's, a mirror. I hadn't seen it before. Intensely curious, I step over to check myself. What a specimen. This is what we're left with? I immediately regret looking in the stupid mirror. I turn away. rolling in self-doubt. At least the new clothes actually fit. This jacket's pretty decent. The clans don't seem to have gotten the hang of suits yet, though. It doesn't take Orion long to join me. He's redressed and looks considerably fluffier. Much better. It's pretty fucked up that Hot Sour survived the apocalypse, but Two Buses didn't. Just another reason to stay in favor of the other monks. It's justice for me to follow him. Come on, I have something for you. Curious as I set off after him with my old clothes tucked under my arm. So you and Logan, you went and dozed with him? I guess I would. But I'm his acolyte and we've got Blackwater business to worry about. So, the indulgence is about setting your culture self and divulging your most basic desires, Alex. Outside the indulgence, yes, you're his acolyte. Within it, though, you're an animal like him, and you're there to mate. The way he describes it, the indulgence makes it sound like a mindless vortex of feral lust. I have to admit, it's enticing. Despite the temptation, Elia's crazy sex culture still feels a bit inhuman, I guess. It's not really for me. Plus, Logan seems really uncomfortable with the idea. Every time we get close, he backs off. He's just trying to respect you, Alex. He'll hold himself back until the indulgence. That's the proper way of doing things here. Were things different for humans? Yeah, very different. We had lots of ways of hooking up, like loads. We didn't have the affliction, so no indulgence. It was pretty varied. We had merits, for example. What's that? Where you fall in love with one person, commit to them for life. You have like a big party to celebrate. It was sacred. I guess kind of like how the indulgence is to you guys. Orion snorts at the concept, and this marriage commitment is your soul partner. Yeah, but it's not just for one night, it's for life. That's inefficient. Sex wasn't about efficiency. Imagine only having one snack at the buffet. Right, as opposed to stuffing your face with everything at once. So you are opposed to a good stuffing? It's not that, trust me. I've been thinking about Logan a lot. So, what's the problem? The timing is perfect. But what happens after indulgence? After? I don't think I could just fuck him at the indulgence, then pretend it never happened. I'm not the human way. It's not the human way. Who cares if it's not the human way? I care. Orion shrugs. I suppose you could just convince him to do things as a Zephyr might. I really don't think Logan would want to stop. Once he claims that ass of yours, he'll want to keep it. Isn't that disrespectful? And we're both guys. The last thing I need is a target on my back. Look, Alex, I'm not one to judge. Neither is Dravonia, and hers is the only option, and hers is the only opinion that matters to you. You're both black ones too. Your business is your own. It's not like you have to tell anyone. I shake my head. I don't even know if I want all this. I'm supposed to be figuring out why I'm here, not getting laid. If Logan told you he wanted to point you senseless all night, will you turn that down? I feel my face turn wetter than I think it ever was. I don't know. I guess not. Orion scoffs. He pauses in his stride to face me. You and Logan are a rare match. He doesn't get companionship very often unless it's from me. He craves it more than you can imagine. He's right about that. If I don't address this thing between Logan and I, somehow it'll just get awkward. I guess I am fond of him. If I can give him some kind of happy companionship, why not? He's a good hound. Maybe getting closer to him would mean I could help with his insecurities. Or potentially, I just made them even worse. Orion and I reached one of the carriages that arrived with the main troop. The tiger signals for me to wait as he starts rummaging through the back. Here, this will help you both get into the spirit. He draws a small cloth pouch into my hands, held close by a lace around the top. Curious, I go to open it. I wouldn't do that unless you want to start the indulgence early. I look up and see Orion wink at me. I scowl when I realize what he's just given me. This is Flair, isn't it? It sure is, friend. Why? Just take it. You don't have to abandon your human side to fuck like one of the clan. I look down the package unsure how to feel. Our man is kind of tilting. If you don't want it, that's fine. I'll take it back. It's valuable stuff. Do you really think that's what he'd want? I want him to shrugs his shoulders. I want him to be happy. I think you'll make him happy, Alex. Confused, but happy. Confused and happy. I'll think about it. I put the package in my back pocket. Good. I need to see my boys are ready, so I'll let you get going. Talk to you later, Alex. Alright, bye, and thanks. He gives me a very small bow. I roll my eyes at him, grinning. He's quite the charmer, and I see why Taki wants a turn with him. I've nothing much left to do in the village. I figure I'll return to the lodge to get some sleep. As I reach the outskirts of the village, a pair of familiar figures come into view. My heart jumps. Hey, Alice, good, you're here. You're well? Hey, Aeon. I'm fine, just tired, didn't get much sleep. Look about Logan quietly, still anxious that he's upset about something. I give him a smile. To my relief, he gives me a warm smile back. Hey, Logan. Alex. Once he's been acknowledged, he steps over to me and stands by my side. Like a guard dog, I smirk, bemused by his placement. You're wearing different clothes. Yeah, my old stuff needs a wash after yesterday. I'll sew him my old set of clothes. Okay, we will do this tomorrow. He gestures to Aeon. I have informed Aeon of our task in the Blackstone yesterday and of these memory boxes. Oh yes, bad business, Alex, very bad. Whatever you found is big, so big, bigger than anything. The Blackstones were roused by this discovery. This morning, Devonio told me there are black runners still missing from last night. They must have been in the zones when they went crazy. Logan's face falls. He looks away pensively while Aeon scratches his chin. If you keep going after this, boys, it's going to get worse. I have other concerns too, I do. Aeon looks around the village as though, cautious of eavesdroppers, he leans in a little closer. Logan and I do the same. I know the Autumn monks, but even I only ever glimpse their workings. They're always 3 steps ahead, always. You're thinking they knew of these memory boxes? Exactly. Their non-ability is all a veil of disinterest, a lie. Under no circumstances can you tell the Autumn monks about what you found there. They'll know it was our fault that the Blackstones became frenzied. Perhaps. But what if it's something to do with you, Alex? You're the one that accessed Adair, no? This happened because he is a human? Or was it because of Bite? Do they know about him too? I'm starting to feel paranoid about these other monks. Who knows what they might be plotting? In any case, Alex, Logan, we should tread carefully. Play into it. We should stay away from the Great Barrier. The other monks are too strange. They are dangerous. Boys are expecting us to go back to them. If you change your tune now, they'll be suspicious. They will. We still need to know what's going on with you, Alex. We need their equipment, so we'll go back to the Great Barrier. Logan snarls while Aeon continues. And we'll play along, but we'll be wary, boys. Wary. Keep your wits sharp. Very sharp. They've allowed us access to the equipment for an afternoon, Alex, which means I can give you a full medical examination. I'm uneasy. Tell me if there is another way to perform this medical examination. I could lobotomize Alex with a rusty dinner knife. No. Then it's the Great Barrier or nothing. Don't worry, Hound. The other monks value their alliance with Devonia too. 2 months to let anything happen to Alex. Guards will not attack the other monks while they are under her protection. Oh, Alex. Logan says there's something you need to tell him. You need to tell me something about another friend you've been talking to. I scowl the Hound, who just smiles encouragingly and gives me a thumbs up. Yeah, we don't have time now. Remind me tomorrow? Alright. You best get going then. I imagine Logan's going to be wearing you out today. And plus, wearing me out? We will train. You must learn all the 4. Oh, yeah, that. I knew that. Geez, I need to get my dirty mind under control. So long, chaps. I have some work to do. So long. We will see you again soon, Aeon. Later, Aeon. The mole waddles off, back through the village and towards his hut. Logan and I watch him, silently. When he's out of sight, the hussy looks down at me. I feel weirdly nervous. The last time I was alone with him, I was drifting to sleep in his arms. That had to mean something, right? Hello. I glint warmly up at him. Hey there. We will return home. You must learn on the 4. Wait, are you okay? I'm fine. But you weren't there when I woke up. Did I do something wrong? He opens his mouth, but then hesitates. Come on, big guy, talk to me. You will sleep heavy. I do not wish to wake you. But where did you go after last night? He puts a huge paw on my shoulder. Alex, I'm okay. I wanted to be alone to think, only this and nothing more. He sounds genuine. I better not push him on this occasion. Alright, I'm just worried. You are a good human. It is good that you are worried, but I'm okay. He peers close at me, our eyes locking together. Here it comes. Tired? Oh. Yeah, I was thinking I could do with a nap. Many things happened yesterday. After we trained, you were rest. He gestures for me to follow him. Shaking my head to clear my fatigue, I set off after him. Before long, we passed the forest, then circled the village and are nearing Logan's home. Taki took you to see our chief. Yeah, I spoke to her this morning. She asked me about the demon we saw. Our chief asked you of these things. Yeah, I know about Alira. He sighs sadly. Our chief is still wounded. Alira sought knowledge. She dug deep and became informed. Our chief also wishes to dig deep. She said Alira wanted to help enlighten the clans. This is true, but our chief does not dig deep to enlighten the clans. She digs for justice. She feels Alira's life was wasted, but digging will not make things good. She should not have asked you these questions. Yeah, I don't know, losing Alira must have hurt. Our chief is strong, too. She will be okay. I want to help her, if I can. She stares at me, baffled and concerned. She lost her sister to the Black Stones. I lost everything to them. He grumbles uneasily. Then I remember something. I think Milo has the 4. The Hound looks pleasantly surprised. Tell me why you think this. I don't know about Gil or the other one, but he definitely has wit and vigor. He recognized the necklace you gave me. He knew it was a bullet. He's not messed up. He's not messed up like the other kids after last night. The Blackstones have affected his mind. These are the markings of a great black runner. Perhaps he will become your acolyte. What, me? Why me? You should train him. You are the one who believes this is the path. You must help him walk it, if that is his wish. You should continue to assess this boy. I gave at him. Don't get ahead of yourself. I only started my training 3 days ago. You're already a great acolyte. You will not need years of training. He's just a kid, and black ones die all the time. If anything happened to him, Alex, it is not your right to deny him this path. You will give him the opportunity. He will decide. You will then train him, and you will ensure his survival this way. But this will not happen yet. There are many things you still must learn. Agreement is too far early to be entertaining a prospect like this. And let the topic of Milo become a black one and die out by remaining silent. What's the training today, then? Today we will discuss craft. This is memory, passed from the first four. We share and guard this ancestral knowledge, and all black ones have it. So it's like wet? No. These are not memories of the Zephyr. These are memories that belong only to the black ones' weapons, tools, and skills. Now I will ask you a question. Okay? Two bipeds are placed in the wilderness alone. Neither has been taught to survive. One has craft, the other does not. One will survive, the other will not. Tell me, which one survives? The one with craft? Explain. They know how to survive out there. The other does not. Explain further. The first one has craft, so he remembers how to front his ancestors. It's like an instinct. He just knows. Recognize. As a black runner, you must survive the dangerous wild. You must be the hunter and the hunted. This is craft. Skill is not enough to outwit our enemies. We must use tools and tricks. I will demonstrate. Come. I'm still not sure I possess any of this black runner genetic memory, but he hasn't been wrong about anything yet. I certainly believe that vigor is real after yesterday. It doesn't take as long to get back. The cold sunlight is weighing me heavily in my exhausted state. I will begin the demonstration. You must watch closely. He opens a wooden chest by the side of his lodge. Inside are all kinds of strange contraptions that I couldn't even begin to identify. What is all this? Tools I have crafted. He pulls out a crude plastic tube. My heart jumps in horror when I recognize the makeshift string fuse fixed to the flat end. Logan, is that a bomb? A black woman must employ the resources of the black zone. Seriously, did you make a bomb out of scrap? You must use craft to survive the elements. Create fire, lay traps, and make weapons. You already possess this knowledge. You must practice. You will recall these memories. So it is a bomb. You are not listening, Alex. I'm listening. Is it safe? This is a blinder. Is a blinder a type of bomb? Alex, focus. You will watch this demonstration, then you will craft this item yourself. This will trigger the memories of the four, and other recipes will become known to you. He brings the blinder up to my eye level of flints. Now watch. First, you must make fire. If you have none, you will use these. He shows me a small box of hand-crafted matches. Just be absolutely clear. You're going to light a bomb. 2 light 1. Alex, be silent and watch. Wasting no time, looking straight to the match and lights the fuse on the contraption he's holding. It fills to life. He hurls the thing far into the distance. I'm more impressed with the distance overthrow than anything. There's a loud pop in the thing detonates and belches thick red smoke all around it. In mere moments, a cloud of opaque crimson mist obscures my view. Oh, well, blinder, that's actually pretty neat. That'll useful come. You will now craft a blinder of your own. With an instructional flick of his head, he heads inside. I follow him quite intrigued. Malcolm crosses the lodge and opens one of the drawers opposite. I sit cross-legged by the fireplace, and Hubble turns to me moments later with a large wooden box In his pause, he sits down in front of me and lays the box between us. I still don't know about this ancestral memory stuff. To be honest, Bite normally helps me with all the black runner business. Bite possesses a 4. No, he's just smart. But he is a part of you. Then that is his path. What do you mean? You're both Alex. You're both Bite. You're both my acolyte. Oh, you say I should use him to help me? I am. Tell him he must continue to protect you. If Bite were here, he'd probably be rolling around my brain a sock. He isn't exactly here right now. He's just me. Bite is sleeping. He doesn't really sleep. He doesn't really sleep. He's trying to make. Since the algorithm we found at the rhinestone disc is taking all this attention. Okay. It will assess your craft without Bite. This is another assessment? It is. Real quick, he flicks the box before us open. Instantly, the obscene stench of gunpowder sulfur makes me gag. The box is split into compartments. These contain a wide variety of different ingredients. There are piles of plastic, pieces of junk gunpowder, pieces of string and wood, glass bottles and arrowheads, and other concoctions I can't identify. Where do you get all this stuff? There are chemicals. Aeon has provided many here. He pulls a hollow plastic tube from the box. You will begin with this. You must add the exploding powder and pack it tightly. You will watch my example and then copy. You will not repeat the demonstration. Look instructed me step by step on how to rate one of his smoke bombs. However, without Bite to guide me, each effort was a failure. By the time midday crept by, nothing had changed. With a snap, I take off the gloves that Logan gave me and groan wearily. My nose is clogged with chemical aromas, and my eyes stained with fatigue. You are unfocused. Rub my eyes. Sorry, I'm trying. Logan turns my layers, attempt at making a blinder around his paws. His muzzle twists uncertainly. The string is short. There is too little of the fire powder within. Listen. He sees the tube. I hear a rattling sound and groan. I pack it tight. Logan grumbles, then places the blinder with the other 6 I attempted to make. Now reaches satisfaction. I'm telling you, I need Bite for this. Bite is not with you today. He may not be with you on other days. Just show me again. Let me see how you did it. No. But that is not the way. You already possess knowledge of craft. You must remember, not copy. I grimace frustrated. I've got a pretty set track record for remembering stuff. This is why you will remember faster. There's less to dig through. I need to be better than this. My summer realization must show on my dejected face because Logan smiles encouragingly at me. Alex, you will not master the skill of craftwork one day. This will take many years. You must walk this path yourself. He gives my soda a squeeze. You will recall these memories as you recall the apple. Apple was just the first word that came to me. I don't think it's a memory. Perhaps for now, that is enough training. I sit back with a frustrated sigh of relief. Logan shuffles a little closer. You are tired. I didn't sleep much. You are disturbed after the visitor. Visitor? The demon that came to visit you. The way he puts it makes me shiver. Can we not talk about last night? Alright, instead we will talk. He just stares at me, smiling softly. I'm sure he has more to say, but he just sits there. About what? His head caught in bafflement. I do not know. But we will not talk of our duties as black women. We will talk of other things. You are good at talking. I remember my promise to him. Oh, you want to just practice chatting? Chatting. This is talking. Yes, we will talk. Though there is nothing to say, others do this. Oh, sure, yeah, I'll practice that with you. His tail begins to wag. He seems really excited about this. Logan's speech fascinates me. He can be very articulate at times, though. He always feels quite stiff. Given how his memory works, I wonder if he draws on select phrases that he's retained. I can usually tell when he's off script. Forming his own coherent sentences must be mentally exhausting. Alex, tell me how you will begin a chat when you have nothing to say. Well, people sometimes ask, how was your day? Just to see how that person is getting on. I will ask you this, Alex. Tell me how your day was. He's so adorable. Well, I caught up with Taki, met with the chief, and you're running a sprint. Not running. Those are race. You were catching with Taki. Oh, no, sorry. I just meant we talked to each other. Like we're getting up to speed. I mean, learning what they did since we last saw them. Like us, we're catching up now. Alex, we'll also do catching up. Tell me how your day was. I feel pretty honored that he wants practice talking with me. He's really trying to. Like I said, I met with Taki in the sea. Then I went to the side with Sorry Watermakers. Got some new clothes while I was there. Then I met up with you and we did some training. Now I'm sitting here talking to you. Okay. How about you? The twisted head confused returns. I mean, how was your day? Like, what do you get up to? Oh, He says flat and he goes quiet. There are important details. Start at the beginning. What did you do first? I awoke. Okay, you woke up. What's next? You were asleep heavy. I faltered, trying to choose my words carefully. Okay, you awoke. You woke up and I was still asleep. What did you do? I removed my running clothes. But I changed to more comfortable clothes. I placed them on the bed over there. I chuckled, holding my hands up to slow him down. You don't need to tell me everything. Where did you go after you woke up? The springs. Okay, so you got up and went to the springs. This is what I did. You still tell me. You could tell me how you felt too, or like why you did certain things. Why did you go to the springs? It takes him a good while to reply. I said patiently, giving him time to ask and think. That's enough about my day. Now tell me how your day was. You've already. There's not much else to say about my day. Oh, I forgot. I spoke to Orion. We had a good talk. His tail starts wagging. His stance notably swings. He was good at talking. Just like that, his excited demeanor evaporates. My face falls. His mood swings can be so abrupt, and I have no idea how to predict them. Hey, don't worry. I prefer talking to you. You do not prefer that? I'm not good at talking. It still jars me how insecure he is, though I'm beginning to understand how to navigate it. So what if he's a good talker? Orion is. He's great, but you got this really deep, direct way of thinking. It makes you a great teacher. It took me a while to see it, but you're wise, very wise. The wisest person in the village. That's why people love you. That's why those kids love you. There's quite a pronounced pause. I let it linger whilst the gears turn and look at his head. The poor guy needs so much encouragement. I reach forward to pet his arm, but something tells me to go for his paw instead. I lay my hand on top of his, brushing his pelvis gently with my thumb. I meant it, Logan. I prefer talking to you. He looks down at my hand, his huge mitt flexing beneath. Eventually he smiles warmly. Tell me what you spoke of with Orion. Oh, we spoke about you, Willie. I spoke with Aeon about you. Oh, you did? I did. Gently he twists his arm and nestles my hand into his paw pads, peering curiously down at it. I blush warmly. This is a little hand. I guess it is. I enjoy this little hand. He locks his eyes with mine, and I feel his thumb grazing the palm of my hand gently. I like your hands too. You like other parts of me. His paw squeezes me tighter. I twist my jaw to stop myself losing my composure. Gotta play it cool. Well, yeah, I do. You're a pretty fascinating guy, you know. His eyes travel down. Momentarily, his tail flickers. Alex, you said be less modest. My chest flutters nervously. Yeah, I just maybe I'd like to be. There's a heated pause as his eyes flick me down. There's a heated pause as his eyes flick down me again. I feel him tug me very slightly closer. Logan, tonight is an indulgence. You. Then he gently releases me. Alex, I am sorry. Sorry for what? For now is not the time for this. You must rest. We don't have to stop. Alex, no, the indulgence is soon. Until then, you must rest. I found remembering what Ryan told me about the indulgence earlier. Will you, rather wait until later? His ears flick uncontrollably, but I catch a subtle smile. Yes, we will wait, but now you must rest. Hang on, what did I just agree to? Hold up. Does that mean we're gonna do stuff or stuff? You know? Stuff. Mating. Yes, yes, that. You'll sigh. What? No, I just don't want to offend you or anything. Mating is offensive to the Zephyr. No, I told you it's not. This is categorically the worst attempt at flirting the two sentient creatures I have ever engaged in. I'm just not sure how it works here. Ryan said you guys don't really do stuff outside the indulgence. It is not proper. Right, my people would, I trail off, not wishing to offend him or his culture. Logan, however, stares expectantly at me. Alex, we just did things differently. His ears flick with discomfort. Alex, the indulgence has not started yet. I better not push him. I need to respect his culture. Being proper must mean a lot to him. I know he fears judgment. Alright, I could do with an extra hour of sleep. I will eat and maintain my salvage. While you rest, I will be quiet. He gives me a final smile, then gets up to his feet and put my bedding over to me. No. Huh? There. Then suddenly points to his bed. It is superior. Are you sure? You'll rest better. I look over at his bed. It does look comfortable. It's got several fur-skin blankets, feather cushions, and springy woolen mattress, a bed fit for a king. I don't want to get my stink all over it. Alex, you will rest on the bed, or I will tie you to it again. I chuckle. Okay, thanks, Logan. I get to my feet and amble over, placing my hands on the mattress. I've sat on this thing for a few times, but never really laid on it, apart from when I first woke up here. Wasting no time, I sprawl out onto the cover to set my head upon the nearest pillow. Oh, that's nice. It is. Wow, I want a bed like this. You could. We could arrange this. I would speak to the laborers. I would trade their skills for salvage. I yawned, rolling onto my back. Oh, that's okay. I'll find some salvage to pay them with. Perhaps, or, we will arrange it. That is enough talking. You must rest. I will be quiet. Alright, wake me up when it's time to go. Sleep heavy, Alex. I rolled back over, sinking into his velveteen bed and shut my eyes. Bite? You here? Hey, I said Logan's dick. Want to talk about it? Oi, dickhead. He really is busy. Hey, I don't know if you can hear me, but look, I know you're just an AIN. It's been lonely today. There's just so much shit going on. Without you, I'm just, human. After the day, I really see it. I guess, if you're just a microchip in my brain, you've been there. So yeah, thanks for making me, whatever I am. It's an indulgence soon. Wish me luck? Yeah, talk later. Good luck with the algorithm. Hey, Logan? You okay? Yeah, better now. You're small, Alex. But you're supposed to be on my knees. He pushes me down by my shoulders, face to face with his barely concealed prize again. I lean for a smear of my tongue greedily over his. What? So the MC, Alex, had a talk with Orion, who is the white tiger in the Sours, and that was a talk that Ellen needed to have. I think Orion helped Alex with how he should approach Logan about their intimate desires, and I think Logan also talked to Orion today, so I think Orion being able to talk to both of them separately will help them handle their urges, their intimate and sexual urges they have for one another, especially during their indulgence. I don't know if they'll do it during their indulgence or not, but these two will certainly into each other. And throughout the game, the two of them have been having a discussion about their cultures, the different cultural aspects around sex and companionship. Logan and his people, they're more open about sex, and they use a ceremony to express their sex openly. They're more open about sex and nudity and loving others than the Zephyr are. And Logan thought Alex would judge him harshly if he told him about his sex life in the past. I presume all of it deal with Orion. Logan thinks that Alex will judge him, but Alex keeps saying that he would not judge him. However, the reason why Logan thinks Alex will judge him is because Alex is not outward about his sexuality or being naked and all that. Now, while Alex does tell Logan that he will not judge him and that his people, the Zephyr, are not afraid of sex and expressing their feelings sexually, the Zephyr are, humans. Humans are, a large part, kind of closed off when it comes to sex. I mean, Logan is right when he tells Alex that humans are modest. And the fact is, yes, humans are modest to a large degree. Otherwise, he would not be so afraid to expose himself naked or to express himself in a sexual way. But yeah, Zephyr or modest, despite what Alex tries to say to the contrary, the Zephyr are modest. So in the next video of Soulcreek will be going to the indulgence for real this time and see what this is about and how everything operates, and whether we see more naked people or we always saw Hawaiian naked, so I wonder if we'll see other naked people at the indulgence. So anyway, all the information for the game is in the description box below. Thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.